one last slide over here. Early in the morning we talked about that poverty equally applied to Indo-Fijians and to Indo-Fijians. We said average household income, they're pretty much the same, for the two major groups and all that. But development is more than just about incomes and income per capita. It's also about the quality of life in terms of housing, transport, etc., etc. And here I've got 4 graphs, which I've developed actually because I don't want you to go away with a perspective on poverty, which is focused only on incidence of poverty and incomes and all that. This is percentage of households owning cars, and you can see on the left-hand side, Indo-Fijians is only about 8% or something. The others, Indo-Fijians, 31%, others 35%. Owning fridges. You might not think about it, but when you don't have a fridge, then women have to cook far more times than people who do have fridges who can cook and put the food away in the fridge to keep. You actually have a lot of loss of food if you don't have a fridge in the house, and everything has to be thrown away if people don't consume it. So having fridges is a very, very important thing for development. Percent owning computers, there's a big gap between Indo-Fijians and Indo-Fijians and others. And percent owning television and videos, again, there's a gap. Now you can go through many of these characteristics which are there in the household survey report and see that there are big gaps between Indo-Fijians and others. And part of the problem, of course, is that in the Indo-Fijian household, a lot of them, the income is in the form of subsistence food, not in the terms of cash income. And secondly, they always seem to be supporting far more people in the household, than they can afford. Right? And I think those of us who know the communities, we know why that is so. Whereas in the Indo-Fijian household, or Kechena household, or Keloma household, you're not going to see extra people coming and camping on you because you happen to have more money, right? Anyway, these are things which are not for economists to talk about. And there are many other development indicators in the report, and I suggest you go through them. Electricity, good news. Washing machines, there's a gender dimension to washing machines as well, good news. Cooking with firewood, there's a lot of bad news in there. People are still cooking with firewood, getting these eye diseases and asthma and everything else, and there seems to be no improvement on this. And especially when the price of cooking gas went up. It's interesting to see if the recent reduction in price are leading to fewer diseases there already. Fridges, good news. Flush toilets, good news. Safe water, good news. Outboard motors, bad news. Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries, find out why is it that there are fewer people out there with outboard motors, fewer people going out and catching fish. Is it to do with the fact that the outboard engines have become too expensive and per ton, are you charging too much duty on them? Right? Is it because the people who own the Ngoli rights over there are stopping Indo-Fijian fishermen from going out and all that? Check that. Is it because people don't want to go out to sea anymore and catch fish cold and shivering and all that? And they'd rather be watching television in Bollywood and all that. They've got 3 television channels. I wonder the impact of all these extra television channels on productivity in the country.
Fish prices are quite low.
Fish prices are quite low. So I'll just give you the policy recommendations which are there. I won't go through it now. I think I'll let the next speaker come. But please go through the report because every section ends with policy recommendations there, and they're all summarized, right at the end of the report. Right? So we're running short behind, so I won't go